Hey everybody, this is Ryan and Angela from LostInReviews.com, and we just got back from seeing Scream 4.
I'll be right back.
I know this one. You're not supposed to say that, are you?
Scream 4 is still starring from the originals Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. And we've got a whole new slew of other people that are going to come along. You know, most of them probably going to get slashed up.
Most notably, it's Hayden Panettiere. The rest,
as the new person?
Yeah, the rest are kind of unknowns.
Well, there's Emma Roberts, which some might know. I just heard the name. I can't even remember what she's in. Probably some Disney movies or something. She's one of the younger teens that star in this. Do we want to call it a reboot, or is that what they're calling it?
It feels like a reboot. It is a sequel, and it bashes on reboots and remakes.
As it is also a reboot.
Which is kind of ironically dumb of them to do so, because while they're making fun of these other movies, like the Saw movies, and just other remakes like Piranha, they're doing all these things as they make fun of it.
So you were kind of like pissed off because it's like, how do you not realize what you're doing? But I kind of took it as irony in the funny sense that, oh look, they're stabbing and making fun jokes of you know, Saw movies and how bad they are and what they keep repeating, and now look, they're doing the same thing.
You know, I enjoyed it too, but when you take these jabs, these stabs at movies or anything else in that matter, you have to raise some kind of conclusion, something to make it better, which Scream doesn't. The first original Scream, one, wasn't plagued like this movie is by a horrible cast. They actually had some good actors in this.
Yeah.
The casting was great in the first Scream movie, and it took horror, which was in a lot of trouble at that time, and it kind of revamped it. That and the Blair Witch Project really brought horror back. We need that again, and Scream 4 is not that movie. It's a reboot of that original Scream movie, not as good at all.
No.
And
which they even
really
allude to that in the end, which kind of makes it okay, makes it for a fun little once through, but you are sitting there going, they're trying to match the first one, but it's just not possible. And then by the end, without spoiling anything, they even say, like, you can't mess with the original. But it's kind of, it has a double meaning because they're talking about characters while also alluding back to the movies themselves.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sequel, but it rehashes the movie, like, line for line, scene for scene, up until the very end, and it's ridiculous.
The first opening scenes I really like because that's where they really stabbed their jokes the most at people, was making it look like someone's watching a Scream movie, only they were calling it Stab, and they were calling it Stab 5 and Stab 6 and all these things, and then you'd have people sitting and talk about why they hate horror movies, which you're sitting there agreeing with them the whole time, like, yeah, I'm not into torture porn anymore, or ever really. I'm not into having people get slashed open where there's no character development. So you're thinking there's going to be like this really great story ahead because they're saying, these are the things we hate in horror. Now here's our Scream 4.
Yeah, and it was funny, but it felt like Scary Movie, not Scream.
Yes, I thought that too, because I was actually afterward thinking about, well, wasn't this the same thing that happened there? And no, actually it was one of the scary movie genres, which those movies are dumb, so.
Yeah, and you know, I enjoyed what they were trying to do there, but it was like they were trying to seriously rehash what happened in the Scream films. They wanted a well-known actress, which they have in one of the opening scenes, getting killed. And they didn't have that in their movies, so they had to shoot this little, like, clip, which they incorporate into a movie within a movie within a movie.
They're trying to do Inception now within the horror films, so.
Yeah. The film, there are some fun parts. I enjoyed moments of it. I laughed. It's just not as well made as the original Scream was, which is one of my favorite horror films.
The only thing I'd say it's not well made about it is the script is not developed with as much thought as the first one probably put into it. It's still shot really well. It has really loud jump noises at times that, for no apparent reason, you just hear a door slamming or something, and it did make me jump because you're human. It's going to happen, but irrelevant most of the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just the script was so weak at times. I still have to say that I enjoyed it for what it was. I did not overthink it. I went into it going, this is another stupid, scary movie. I'm just going to sit back and relax and watch people get killed.
And that's fine, but the fact is we need to expect more from horror. We need to have a little bit more respect for the genre. It can be great. Somebody needs to make it great again.
There's also a big age divide in this movie where it talks about technology and how it's separating us but yet uniting us at the same time. It makes fun of it, but it's coming from the lips of Wes Craven, who's much older and has not lived through
No, he didn't
these
write
times.
the film. I'm not sure who did write the film, but it wasn't Wes Craven.
Okay. But it was definitely came off like an older person wrote about technology for an 18-year-old, which we're not 18, but we still keep up with a lot of technology, and there's plenty of other things that they missed that they could have thrown in to help, Ghostface hunt people.
Yeah, it was in kind of the way that they're trying to push technology as a kind of protagonist in this film, as how Ghostface will, use technology to kill people. But it's like your dad wrote this, and he's like, oh, you're going to use the interwebs. I see you on your webcams, and I know that probably that'd be cool. No, we don't do that anymore. It's like way beyond that. It's like where they were going with texting was a big thing in this. Why not use Facebook or Twitter or Foursquare?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why. You just do a little research.
Skype.
You can find out what the kids are out there doing.
Yeah.
And that was disappointing.
It was fun, though. They did incorporate it in a way that it felt modern enough that it separated itself from the past, from the older movies. Because the first Scream came out, I think, 15 years ago. So, I mean, we were still really young when that came out. And that really grabbed people our age. And this time around, they're really trying to grab us again while also grabbing the 16 to 18-year-old group, which I think, because they're trying so hard to grab the two, it ends up dividing it.
Yeah. But they can't even think of an original gag beyond the webcams turned around to see Ghostface kill me twice in the movie.
Yeah.
So what would you rate Scream for?
So I don't want to overthink it. I think people are still going to enjoy it. But there's so many things that they missed, like the fact that there's still landline phones being used in this movie, that I'm going to give it an average. 3 landline phones don't exist anymore out of 5.
I'm going to give it 1 horror needs a savior out of 5.
Hopefully we'll get that soon.
I think we will.
So stay tuned for more. Thanks.